These are 12 unforgettable R&B and soul classics from 1980. Timeless tracks that still echo through the ages. Smokey Robinson had us reminiscing in the quiet corners of our hearts.
Baby, let's cruise.
Stephanie Mills brought goosebumps with a ballad that still stops time.
Turn my world around.
Think you remember all these nostalgic hits? Number 12, Take Your Time, Do It Right, by the SOS Band, the slow funk groove that ruled roller rinks. The SOS Band came out swinging in 1980 with this debut single, on Taboo Records, written and produced by the legendary duo Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis before they became household names. It was the group's breakout moment, blending Southern funk with Atlanta cool. The surprise? It wasn't just a club hit. It hit number 1 on the R&B charts and made it to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, crossing over in a big way. Picture this. Bell bottoms gliding across polished wood floors, neon lights spinning slow, and this jam guiding every move. Take Your Time wasn't a command, it was a vibe, a lifestyle. That laid-back bounce still finds its way into DJ sets and backyard cookouts alike.
Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it right.
It was the start of something special, both for the SOS Band and a new wave of 80s soul. If that was the sound of the night, this next one is a confession under moonlight. Number 11, I Can't Let Go, by Earth, Wind & Fire, the cosmic groove of longing and light. By 1980, Earth, Wind & Fire were more than a band, they were a movement. Their album Faces saw them refining their sound, and I Can't Let Go was one of its smoothest, most underrated cuts. Though it didn't top charts like their earlier hits, the track shimmered with Philip Bailey's falsetto and jazz funk instrumentation that felt almost celestial. Here's the trivia. Maurice White wanted this track to be the emotional glue of the Faces album. And it worked. Fans would slow dance to it with eyes closed, letting the horns wash over them like a warm tide. You can almost see the starlight peeking through window blinds, the scent of incense lingering in the air. It's a mood piece, and a reminder that not all classics make headlines, but they still make memories.
Bring it home and out on the hood, yeah.
Next up, a love anthem so powerful, it brought Stephanie Mills all the way home. Number 10, Never Knew Love Like This Before, by Stephanie Mills, the ballad that stole our breath.
I never knew love like this before. Now
Stephanie Mills had been lighting up Broadway as Dorothy in The Wiz, but 1980 saw her step boldly into R&B spotlight with this Grammy-winning masterpiece, released on 20th Century Fox Records.
turn my world around when I need.
Written by James Mtoom and Reggie Lucas, who also worked with Roberta Flack and Madonna, this track was soaked in sincerity. The twist? The song wasn't even meant to be the single.
Open my eyes, 'cause I never knew.
But once radio got hold of it, there was no going back. It became Mills' signature, peaking at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earning her 2 Grammy Awards. You can feel the warmth of Sunday morning light in this track, the slow joy of realizing a love that doesn't just dazzle, it stays. Its legacy is unshakable, sampled and covered for decades, but never duplicated. From tender love, we jump to full-blown seduction. Number 9, Rock With You, by Michael Jackson, the velvet smooth glide into pop soul royalty. Technically released in late '79, but by early 1980, Rock With You was everywhere.
Rock with you.
Off the Wall album, this Quincy Jones-produced gem became one of Michael Jackson's first #1 hits of the new decade. Few remember this nugget. The song was originally offered to Karen Carpenter of the Carpenters,
Ride with me to the morning.
but she passed. Thankfully, Michael didn't. Everything about it was slick. Those shimmering synths, that gentle beat, and Michael's buttery vocals. It wasn't just a song, it was an invitation to move, to escape. The dance floors of 1980, lit in red and purple, hips swaying in rhythm. Rock With You felt like silk sheets and midnight promises. And its influence? Countless artists cited as a blueprint for sensual pop funk. But if Michael was taking us higher, this next track brought it all the way back to soul roots. Number 8, Let's Get Serious by Jermaine Jackson, Motown legacy with a fresh new groove.
Runaway Jackson is just enjoying his big hit single in this country for the first time. Jermaine Jackson, Let's Get Serious.
Jermaine had a lot to prove in 1980. As Michael rocketed into superstardom, Jermaine stayed with Motown. Let's Get Serious was his response, and it delivered. Co-written and produced by Stevie Wonder, it hit #1 on the R&B charts and showed Jermaine was no footnote.
Let's get serious. Let's get serious. Let's get
The surprising twist, Stevie not only wrote it, he played on it too, giving the track its unmistakable groove. This was the track that made people stop and say, okay, Jermaine's not just the other Jackson. You could feel the sweat on the speakers when this came on at a block party. Crisp, funky, and sincere, it made its mark. Speaking of making marks, number 7, Second Time Around by Shalamar, the bounce-back anthem that owned dance floors. Released on Solar Records, Second Time Around was a turning point for Shalamar. With Howard Hewitt, Jody Watley, and Jeffrey Daniel on vocals, they created a slice of joyful, glossy funk that climbed to #1 on the R&B charts. Here's the story. Jeffrey Daniel would later bring his dance moves to British TV, introducing moonwalking to the world. Years before Michael Jackson made it famous. But in 1980, this track was the ultimate get-down groove. If you were heartbroken, it said, try again. If you were in love, it said, celebrate. The energy was electric, boomboxes blasting on stoops, roller rinks echoing with laughter, and this track spinning at full volume. If that was sweet redemption, the next one is heartache wrapped in elegance. Number 6, Happy Birthday by Stevie Wonder. More than a song, a civil rights anthem. Written for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday was never just a party song. In 1980, it became the rallying cry for making MLK Day a national holiday. Motown stood behind him, but it was Stevie's relentless activism that made the song legendary. It wasn't even released as a single in the US, but it still became a cultural force. People often forget, Stevie performed it at rallies, petition drives, and political events. He sang the change he wanted to see. Musically, it's joyful, catchy, and heartfelt, proof that soul music could uplift and agitate. And even today, you'll hear it at Black birthdays across the country, an unspoken legacy. If these classics from 1980 are bringing back memories, give this video a thumbs up. It helps us keep the soul alive. And stick around. we've still got 6 more timeless tracks to come. Number 5, Let Me Be Your Angel by Stacy Lattisaw, the tender cry of a rising star.
Let me tell you all the things.
She was just 13 years old when this track dropped. Let that sink in. Released on Cotillion Records, Let Me Be Your Angel introduced Stacy Lattisaw as a child prodigy with the voice of a seasoned songstress. What's wild, Narada Michael Walden produced it and went on to produce hits for Whitney Houston years later. This track is delicate and powerful all at once. You could hear every adolescent emotion, the ache, the hope, the purity. It's that song you played on repeat after a junior high heartbreak, the one that made you feel seen. And even now, it reminds us that vulnerability is strength. But up next, here comes Grown Folk Business. Number 4, Funkin' for Jamaica NY by Tom Brown, jazz funk for the streets. Released on GRP Records, Funkin' for Jamaica was a trumpet-led jam that paid homage to Tom Brown's Queens neighborhood, but it hit way beyond New York. The vocals? That was Tony Smith, and her sultry delivery gave the track its sensual soul. The twist? Most of it was improvised. Yup, this track was recorded live in the studio, a rare feat even in funk circles. You didn't just hear it, you felt it. Barbecues, summer heat, windows down, bass up. It was the sound of black joy. And today, it's sampled and celebrated across generations, from hip-hop heads to jazz cats, from city streets to tender pleas. Number 3, And the Beat Goes On by The Whispers, the eternal pulse of soul disco fusion.
I'm Daphne Maxwell. We're here in Hollywood, the city of the stars, awaiting the arrival of solo recording artist The Whispers.
By 1980, The Whispers had been grinding for over a decade. But this hit, it was the game changer. Released on Solar Records, And the Beat Goes On merged silky vocals with irresistible groove. The story goes, producers Leon Silvers III and Dick Griffey wanted to craft a new kind of dance track, something smoother than disco, but just as infectious. And they nailed it. This song wasn't loud, it was confident. The cool uncle at the cookout, the quiet storm before the party. It topped the R&B charts and set the tone for 80s boogie funk.
Now I understand myself.
If this was the eternal groove, get ready for a love song that aches in the best way. Number 2, Cruisin' by Smokey Robinson, the slow burn that never went cold.
Baby, let's cruise away.
Though it's technically dropped in late '79, Cruisin' became an R&B radio staple throughout 1980.
You want it, you got it forever.
Smokey's voice was a whisper, a sigh, a late-night secret. This track wasn't just about driving, it was about feeling. Here's the kicker. Smokey didn't think it was a strong single, but audiences disagreed.
Cruising together, baby, tonight.
It became his highest charting solo hit at that time. You can still picture it. Windows down, hand out the window, radio low, sky wide open.
The music, take your mind.
Cruisin' was intimacy on wax. Covered by D'Angelo and Huey Lewis alike, its influence is multi-generational. But trust me, nothing will prepare you for what's coming at number 1. Number 1, Upside Down by Diana Ross. The disco queen flips the script.
Down, you're turning me, you're giving love instinctively. Round and round, you're
Diana Ross redefining herself. Written and produced by Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards of Chic, Upside Down fused disco shimmer with deep funk.
Upside down, boy, you turn me in.
And topped both the R&B and pop charts. Behind the scenes, Diana initially clashed with Rodgers and Edwards, even remixing the album behind their backs. But the magic was undeniable.
Side out and round and round.
The result, her biggest solo hit ever. This wasn't just a dance track, it was liberation in stilettos. She told the world she'd been played for a fool, but made it sound like the fiercest strut in history.
Upside down, you're turning me, and you're giving love instinctively.
Upside Down still gets dance floors moving, still turns heads, still slaps. From Motown magic to disco defiance, 1980 gave us R&B and soul that refused to fade. Thanks for joining us on this soul stroll through one unforgettable year. Subscribe to keep the groove alive and never miss our next stroll. Up next, the unforgettable soul hits of 1981. Click it, and let's keep the rhythm rolling.